What's up, guys? Right here at Spirit Halloween in Harrisonburg, Virginia. Let's go inside and see what they got. Who will be greeting us in the door today? Crypt Countess and Jack, as always, man. I'm hoping we're going to see some new ones greeting us pretty soon here. Ooh, he's loud. Is he tracking me with my glasses on?
Escape my evil
Yeah.
It's too late to run. It's too late to hide. You don't even have time to scream.
$330 for him and the Crypt Countess. Hello, Crypt.
Do you feel the chill of death creeping up your spine?
Twisted Banshee is the one I was thinking about. She reminds me a lot of Twisted Banshee. I think that's what it's called. If I'm wrong, correct me in the comments.
There will be no escape for you.
Awesome. No tombstone rocker here. That's weird, but they do have the newspaper box. I want that one. Here is Bullseye. We'll do him first. Look at how big his hands are. Pretty cool. They have the whole setup here. I love it. Oh no, is she not working? We'll step on her step pad anyways, but Valak for $300. And it looks like she is not working. Wait a minute. What in the world? She very slowly opened her arms and screamed. She must need her morning coffee. Over here is Headcase Harry. We'll push the button.
Suffocating knives and throats instead of knives. Candied joy, twisted and bright. Then feel the sting and endless fright. To satisfy our macabre delights.
Awesome. We're keeping an eye out because a lot of them have ripped mouths. Luckily, mine did not rip. I do have him. $230 for Grandma. Is she not working? No, no, no. We need Grandma to work. Oh, that is too bad. We'll get a good look at her face, though. Hello, Grandma. Maybe it's a little too early in the day for Grandma to go. Here is the... What in the world is going on here?
This is going to hurt much more than you.
She almost didn't work. It was extremely delayed. And here's the sinister straw man. Hello, straw man. A nice Mr. Dark... Mr. Dark? Yeah, Mr. Dark reskin. Awesome. Love the burlap mask face on him.
Who does gets to live to tell about it.
That's my favorite quote from him. They have all of our friends in here. Let's start with the Scarecrow. Usually, you can sit down next to him, and when you stand up, he will jump. Yes! I've seen plenty of him not working, but I think it's just this setup here. They try to make it work, and sometimes it doesn't. Here is the electrified corpse, and look at his teeth. His teeth look great. Very easy to set up. Very nice prop. A little bit cheaper than the other ones. I love him. Let's see if this stuff works today. Please? Yes. The floor vibrates and the voltage meter works and the speedometer's upside down, but it does work. And the phone is not blinking, so it might not be working. There's the live wires going, and like I said, only one of them ever works. I'm gonna have to keep my eyes peeled and find one of these ISEs where both of those are lighting up. They do have the hanging rat here and a missing spot down there. I wonder who they're gonna set up. Over here is the mutant sewer rat for $230. Hello. He is cool. What's with the Butterfingers on the floor? That must have been in his bucket, maybe. But he has candy in there. Let's go over here. They have Monkey Business. Hello, Monkey Business for $330. How awesome. I'm surprised that he's not broken more often because that thing jumps up so hard. We'll come over here to Trick or Treat Pete. Hopefully he's working. He usually does. There's nothing that can go wrong with him, really. Until you buy him and then the candy gets all clogged in there. reach for the candy in the bowl, and there is a sensor right under here, and then that's what sets him off. What in the world? Look at that. That's put in the wrong place. Hold on, maybe we can fix it for them. No, that's stuck on there. Good. I kind of want to get this thing to put on my trick-or-treat Pete that I have at home. When I'm not using him, I can put all these little display pieces in him. Here is the owl, Mr. Night Owl. He might be good as like a scarecrow. You could put him in your garden, screeching. He would certainly scare away the crows. And here is the jumping spider. It seems like this whole store is going kind of slow today. Everything is like needing to warm up. Here's a fire demon. We'll see if he's awake. Yes, he is. My favorite quote, too. His hood is down. Awesome. They have the exit over here, and look, they have Art the Clown on the floor for sale. I think this is the first time we're seeing the regular Art the Clown on the floor for sale, which is crazy. I've been to so many Spirit Halloweens. He is $200, not a bad price at all. They have Santa Art the Clown as well. Demonic Gatekeeper, awesome. I love when we see animatronics from previous years. Look, they have Two-Faced Teddy for $130. They need to set him up there in that empty space. Who else is over here? Night Owl, Monkey Business, Sitting Scarecrows, as always. Another Two-Faced Teddy, yeah, so there's no excuse. They could totally have him set up there, and then two Cerberus. And they have a Trixie hiding over here. They could have her set up over there too. Trixie is really cool. We saw her recently. And the Night Terror, yes, we're starting to see him a little bit more often. He's $100. I love him, and I'm totally gonna get him. And they have a Barnaby the Bear and Man's Possessed Friend. Here's another little stack of animatronics, and they have two more Trixie. They definitely should have her set up right there. And they have Victor, but I don't see Emily here. They have Jack the Reaper, more Art the Clown Santa, and over here there was one more, yes, Dark Princess. They definitely need to take one of these and set them up there. Maybe Art the Clown. I was on my way over to the Inflatables, which is where I usually go next, but I saw this two-headed clown. That is a cool costume for $20. That is unique. I love it. This place looks really stocked, and I see the talking creature. I love him. We'll activate both of them. That is awesome. I love those guys. What a unique prop. They also have the gut-eating pumpkin and the hand-eating pumpkin. And they had a talking pumpkin at one of the previous stores. We'll have to keep our eyes peeled because I think it was broken. It just made a couple of sounds. But I love these guys. Over at the Zombie Babies, they have the crawling baby. I don't remember what his name is, but we hardly ever see him anymore. And there's no tag, so we don't know his name. Good to see him, though. How awesome. Somebody just mentioned the other day, what is the most rare zombie baby to find? And there's quite a few rare ones. He is sort of one of them, I guess. And there's Spider Biter Billy and Barbara Wire. Is that it? No, we have a couple more over here. Clobber and Claude. Is that him? Oh my gosh. He was already going. He must be on motion. Awesome. I hear a Gutsy Gwen down here. Yes, Gutsy Gwen is here enjoying her little pumpkin snack. Let's activate her again. There she goes. Somebody put these guys on motion, and they have Scheming Sally for $50. Here's another stack of animatronics hiding over here. They have a Gravestone Ghoul. I think this is like only the second time I've seen him in stores for sale. The first time was at the sales at the end of the year last year, and I bought him. Night Terror, I'm definitely going to get him this year. They have more Emily and Victor, and more Victor, and that seems to be it. Man, they have a lot of Emily and Victor here. Let's go back over here. We were on our way over to the Inflatables. I love to check those out first. There's the Reapers, Ghosts, Animated Cats. They have a Jack-o'-lantern archway. I actually have that one. I'm going to inflate it pretty soon and do a review of it. Jack the Reaper archway, Jack-o'-lanterns, owls. They have two 12-foot jumbos. How cool. That one's really hard to find now, but I love that with the acid pie. They have two young he here. She is also 12 feet tall. She's $150. How much is Jumbo? I'm going to try to check the price without dropping him. $180. What in the world? That was so expensive it turned me into Mickey Mouse. Then they have the hearses. We see a lot of hearses. Has anyone bought that? Let me know if you've bought that. I actually really like it. Maybe I'll have to get one. And they have cats, gargoyles. I think I have a gargoyle, but I want to get at least one more. Maybe put like one on each side of my driveway. That would be sweet. And then put the hearse in the driveway. That would be cool. I'm totally going to do that. And they have the mini jack-o'-lantern skeleton and the mini skeleton. We see so many of those this year. This is funny. Here's one of the cauldrons that were new last year. I actually really like it. But somebody put a skeleton bat inside the cauldron. That is too funny. I love when people do silly stuff like that in the stores. $50 for the cauldron. How much is the bat? He is 20 doll hairs. The mask section looks nice and full. Boy, they have a ton of them here. There is the evil pumpkin. That may be new for 2025, I'm not sure, but it looks very cool. I love pumpkin things. There's the blood harvest. Creepy pumpkin creature. I love that one too. Look at that. That's what it looks like when you wear it as a costume. Comes with the hands and the mask. And what is that thing? Oh, that's the chest piece. It's all rolled up on the bottom there. This thing is pretty big. How much is that? $60. Look, a beautiful picture of it on the back there. And they also have the clown one, which I never see. That one is called Crazy Clown. Pretty cool. That's what he looks like when you wear it. Very awesome. I love stuff like that. Then they have the Yeti mask right there. That's a really good one. Stitched Pig mask is here. They have the really good Pennywise mask. That is my favorite Pennywise mask. It looks awesome. That one is $50. Uh-oh, the piece of plastic ripped off there. I'm gonna pretend like I didn't do it. Oh, and they have the Crouchy mask here with the gloves. I've seen this a few times lately, but it's usually pretty rare. $50, and they have more than one of them. I almost missed this a minute ago. Here's the wolf with hands. I'm pointing that out because I just watched American Werewolf in London recently, and I think that werewolves do not get enough love. That is $40. Pretty cool. There's even fur on the hands. There's another gray wolf up there too. Here's a turkey hat. That's funny. What would you wear that for? $10. I suppose for Thanksgiving you could wear that. And then there's a hot dog hat right here. They have a lot of awesome hats here. That one is $15. I totally want the hot dog hat. Here's some sidesteppers. Hey, Michael Myers is here and Ghostface. Let's see if we can get him dancing. Oh, he's making the noise, but he's not working. And Gizmo is here. Gizmo almost always works. They have a bunch of the Killer Clown's cotton candy guns here. Did I buy one of these? I don't remember. Let's see if it works. Yes. Killer Clowns rocks. I'm gonna have to watch that tonight. $30. I cannot believe that I just keep finding new Ghostface things, and I really want this. $17, and this is like a spoon rester. When you're cooking something, you can put the spoon on there so you don't get your counter all dirty. I love that. It's a bloody knife with Ghostface on the top. And they have the cookie jar. I want the cookie jar super bad too, and that one is $35. They have the cutting board here. And what is this thing down here with a red Ghostface on the top? Shutter Flasher's LED projection. Just project some Ghostface faces on your house. Ooh, and they have the chips and dip set for Ghostface with the blood on the edges. I love that one. Oh, and they have the salt and pepper shakers. They have everything here. $17. Let's see what signs they have. I see the Big Top Burger from Killer Clowns from Outer Space. I also see Five Nights at Freddy's. There's Art the Clown with his little ducky targets. They have some LED ones. There's the Time to Float balloon from It. I see Ghostface there with the bleeding knives. I love that one. And Chucky. And they do have the new pumpkin from Halloween. Love that one. What is this one down here? It is a heart. That thing's kind of heavy. That's a freaky heart with a bunch of flowers around it. That's $23. A very unique piece of art. And they have Krampus and the Lost Boys, and they have the awesome Jason one. Actually, we don't see that one very often. I think that's the second time I've seen him this year. The ghosty sidestepper is here. We have to make him dance. There he goes. And I like the way somebody put his arms. That's perfect. What a great sidestepper. Ooh, what's this one? Summerween Vibes? That is funny. The ghosts playing in the sand, making a sandcastle. That is $15. How cool. Love the bats in front of the clouds. We saw these at a previous store. These are like makeup kits? No, they're not makeup. What are they? Hair collections. Yeah, they have like hair clips, headbands, scrunchies, but also right above those, they have bonnets, and there's a Shrek one, Scooby-Doo right there. There is a Ghostface one, but you can't really see what it looks like from the packaging. Oh, there we go. That one shows it a little bit better. These are $17 a piece, jeez. And they have SpongeBob and Nightmare Before Christmas. Here's the kids' Ghostface section, and they have the Masquerade Gold Ghostface mask. I like that one a lot. It's actually not too hard to find the awesome Ghostface masks, so if you're collecting them, definitely take a look at your local spirit. There's the pink bling Ghostface mask. Here's a clearance section. Let's see what's on clearance here. Looney Tunes Inflatable Gossamer. He is $50. They have a light-up jack-o'-lantern on clearance. Missing gloves and belt. 25% off. Originally $45. Shazam for $25. Loki for $25. They have Link's ears and his sword. How much is that one? Originally $19, but they don't have a clearance price on there. And there's Buzz Lightyear costumes here on clearance, and those ones are $30. They do have the burger slippers here. Those are awesome. I totally want to get some burger slippers, but they also have a pizza hat. Burger slippers, pizza hat, perfect outfit for $13. I need to turn my head left every time I walk into a store because Young Hee is here. We missed her again. Wait a minute. Oh, she's on motion. Let's see if this one works. We found one broken one so far. She is in Korean mode right now. She has two modes, English and Korean. There she goes. She only turned her head halfway. She's cheating. One of her eyes is a little bit wonky. That is funny. Here's a pullover I haven't seen in a long time, and I want that. Has the Michael Myers pumpkin on there, trick or treat or die. And then on the front has Michael Myers. Finally, we've seen the Friday the 13th crossbody bag. Not crossbody, book bag. I haven't seen this thing in so long. I love it. It has the mask on there and blood splatters. This one is $60. Pretty pricey, but I love that book bag. Here's a very cool Friday the 13th hat. Look at that. Jason's mask with the knife in it and blood. That one is $17. Has Friday the 13th right there. And somebody actually told me that we still haven't seen one new Jason mask. It's probably going to be very hard to find because we have only found the new Jason mask from the game once. But there's a blue one we're looking for apparently. This Ghostface section is very full, and looky here, they have the Scarecrow mask. This might be the second time we've seen it. Last time I did see him and then somebody grabbed him before I could record it. $22. I really want to get it, but I'm not going to. You can actually find some with gloves, I think, at other stores, but I could be wrong. I wish he came with gloves, and I actually wish they had a whole costume for that one. It's kind of fun to hunt through all these Ghostface things and find different collectible masks. There's the What's Up one from Scary Movie. I have not seen the multicolor light up one though. Not since last year. Wait, no, that's not it. It's very similar to that, but the whole face lights up in different colors. Over here by the blankets, they have a cat hiding here, the horror cat. I haven't seen him too often, but what a cool prop. Very, very tempting to buy him. They have so many of our plush friends up here in the front. And look, they do have the pink ghost face with the heart glitter eyes. I don't see that one actually too often. That one is $30, and then they have plenty of the regular ghost face right there. Here's a cute little plush ghost. Look at that. I love it. How much is this one? $7. Not bad. They used to have plush knives. Yes, right there. Plush knife. And does it make sounds? No, maybe the axe does. They used to have a plush axe that would make some noises. Look at this sweet Spider-Man mug, and the handle is his spider webs. How cool is that? Oh, look, it's actually coming out of his hand and wraps around the whole mug to make the handle. That is unique. That one's $13. There's some Chucky socks right there with arms. That is hilarious. Chucky and his bride. That is one pair of Chucky and his bride socks for $13. I should totally get a... Oh, wait a minute. Those are magnetic. Hold on. So they hold hands. I see. That is too cool. How silly. They also have Shrek ones. Those also have magnetic hands. Lots of cool socks here. I haven't looked at the socks in a while. Light up gun with sounds. Whoa. Hold on. That is awesome. If you're gonna be a clown, you should totally get that. I've never seen that before. $17, not bad. I'm blown away. That is awesome. There's so many moving parts and lights and everything. How cool. That's like the highlight of the store. I was walking past the pirate stuff and I saw this awesome new bedazzled gold pirate sword. That is very unique and cool. $20. I could make a whole video on all the bedazzled things at Spirit Halloween.